Mindseye on Xbox Series consoles and physical. Yes, I have it. And yes, although it came with a free upgrade to the deluxe edition, I can't say I'm really thrilled about this action adventure game developed by Build a Rocket Boy and published by IO Interactive. Now, the interesting thing about this game is that it is directed by Leslie Benzie of Grand Theft Auto fame. Now, I gotta say, when I heard about this game and I got the idea of the concept of what they were trying to do, I thought it was kind of interesting. But after I started playing the game, I don't know, I've kind of lost my motivation. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a snapshot of what I've discovered so far in the game and kind of some of my feedback about that and where I think Mindseye goes from here. Now, Mindseye, the entire game is built with a tool set called the Everywhere Tools. Now, these Everywhere Tools, the idea is that you could build games like this within this tool set. Mindseye is one game that you can build in this environment. And I guess they look to build other narratives within this environment, as well as the community building new narratives in this environment as well. Now, Mindseye, I gotta tell you, it is a story about a soldier named Jacob Diaz, and he has an implant that was implanted in him, and he's no longer in the military, and he ends up working a security job with his buddy, I guess, who was a former military himself. Now, the look of the game, as you're seeing here, it does look impressive. One of the things that I will say is that it does remind me a lot of Las Vegas. They call it the metropolis of Red Rock. Now, the thing I think that is very kind of telling about this game is as you play this game, what you will notice is that there has been great time and effort put into these cutscenes. The darn cutscenes are way better than the majority of the game. And it was like, to me, I would kind of term it as they designed all these cutscenes and started, linking them together with gameplay in between the cutscenes. But see, the gameplay seems to be all the same. You basically get in a vehicle, you drive someplace, you do something that may or may not involve some sort of combat, you get back in the vehicle, you drive back to the base. So far, that's all I have done is rinse and repeat. Now, the game has received a lot of negative publicity, and I can't say that it isn't well deserved. I have just lost my desire to keep playing the game. Now, I got to tell you what, honestly, I think it's a hard sell, at $60. And I think it's, when you start to ask yourself, what's the future for Build a Rocket Boy in this game? I really don't know. I think that there are some patches coming and they say they're going to fix some of the things and they're committed to doing that. And, maybe this is a situation that other games that we've seen launch in this kind of a state, Cyberpunk 2077 comes to mind, but I can tell you it wasn't nearly this bad. After they got things pointed in the right direction in about a year, it wasn't a bad game to play. And, while I see some potential in this story, I just don't know, where it's gonna lead and what good it's really going to do unless they can fix all the problems. It just seems to be too on rails, too focused on the cutscenes, and the gameplay is just mediocre, and hell, it's bad in a lot of places. The gunfights I was in, the guns, I don't know, just a total disappointment and not at all what I thought we would get. My name is Marbs. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.